Essentially, you are seeking pleasantness within yourself. You want this life experience to be pleasant. You may call this pleasure, you may call this happiness, you may call this joy, you may call this any number of things. Why you want to go to heaven? Because the advertisements say, it's a very pleasant place. Isn't it so? So you are only seeking pleasantness. You want pleasantness within you, you want pleasantness around you. So in trying to create pleasantness around us, we can only be successful partially, never 100%. Because now suppose we want to keep the situation pleasant, I need all your cooperation. Yes? One of you can stand up and make this nasty. Not in my experience, you can make the situation ugly, right? The very nature of outside situation is such, not a single situation in your life will ever happen 100% the way you want it. Yes? Only two people in the family. Is it happening the way you want it? Oh, not at all. Not your husband, not your wife, not your parents, not your children. Nobody happens 100% the way you want them. Does anybody happen? Not even your dog. These days they do their own thing. Nobody happens 100% the way you want them. That's all right. But at least this one person must happen 100% the way you want him, isn't it? If this one doesn't happen the way you want him, this is a lost case. That one doesn't happen your way, that one doesn't happen your way, that one doesn't happen your way. That's not the problem. This one is not happening your way, this is the problem, isn't it? Tell me, if you could determine the nature of your experience, if you could touch the source of creation within you, when I say source of creation, what did you have for lunch, son? Huh? For lunch, what did you have?
Roti.
Roti. See, roti, flat thing, no good for anything. You eat this, over the afternoon this roti becomes a human being. Yes or no? Has it become or no? How did you gather these kgs? Just the food that you've eaten, isn't it? You give it a banana, over the afternoon banana becomes a human being. If I sit here, take a banana in my hand and make it into a human being, who do you think I am? Creator himself, isn't it? Every one of you are doing this or no? You are making it into a human being. When I say a human being, the most sophisticated piece of creation that we know right now, yes? You're making a banana into a human being. Is this a small phenomena? Is this something to be ignored? If you find access to this, if you find access to that which is capable of making a banana into a human being, if you find access to that dimension of intelligence and competence within you, if you just touch it once, you will live your life magically. If this one was happening 100% the way you want him, would you keep him blissful or miserable every moment of your life? I want to hear this. Glad for your choice. So if you're going through stress, tension, unhappiness, misery, fear, nonsense, obviously your body, your mind, both are not taking instructions from you. Yes? If your mind was taking instructions from you, would you create misery? No. On a certain day, a lady went to sleep. In her sleep, she had a dream. In her dream, she saw a hunk of a man standing there, staring at her. And he started coming closer, 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 closer. So close she could even feel his breath. She trembled, not in fear. And then she asked, "What will you do to me?" The man said, "Well, lady, it's your dream." Whatever is happening in your head is your bloody dream, isn't it? Yes or no? Whatever is happening in your head is your dream. At least the bloody dream should happen the way you want it. When you're not able to manage your dream the way you want it, how are you expecting the whole world to happen the way you want it? They are also in the same mess. They are also not happening the way they want. And they also think you are not happening the way they want. Obviously, this is one big mess. This is a big mess not because the world is going wrong. This is one big mess because we are conducting this most sophisticated equipment that you have, most sophisticated machine that is here, the most sophisticated mechanism that is here, which you call as human being, accidentally. On a certain day, Shankaran Pillai fell into the septic tank. I want you to visualize yourself, right up till here in filth, and he struggled to come out, he could not. And then he started screaming after some time, "Fire, fire!" Neighbors heard this and they called the fire brigade. Firemen came rushing and they looked all over the place, no fire. Then they found him in the septic tank. They pulled him out. They asked, "Why were you screaming fire?" So he retorted, "If I say shit, shit, would you come?" You must do the right thing, otherwise the right things will not happen to you. This is true with the outside, this is 100% true with the inside. So, if this is not happening in a most blissful and joyful way, obviously you're not doing the right things with this. It is not that you do not know peace. It is not that you do not know happiness or joy or even bliss or even moments of ecstasy. Your problem is you cannot sustain it, isn't it? Yes or no? If I ask this question to the whole population on the planet, very few people can say yes. How many of you have spent one full day, 24-hour stretch in all these years of living, 24 hours without a moment of irritation, agitation, fear, anxiety, no unpleasantness at all? You went through 24 hours blissfully. Very, very few people on the whole planet can say yes to this. If one day did not happen the way you want it, we can ascribe it to many things. If not even a single day happened the way you want it, obviously there's something wrong, the way you're handling it, right? Yes?
Yes.
Both your joy and misery, is it created from within? Is it so? Or is it raining upon you? Is misery raining upon you or joy raining upon you? Both are created from within, isn't it? The seat of your experience is within you, the basis of your experience is within you. When I say this is not just about joy and misery, in the very way you are experiencing life, it's all within you. Do you see me right now? Use your hands, point out where I am. Oh, you got completely wrong. You know I'm a mystic? This is not where I am. Right now, this light is falling upon me, reflecting, going through your lenses, inverted image in the retina. Do you know the whole story? Where do you see me right now? Within you. Where do you hear me right now? Within you. Where have you seen the whole world? Within you. Have you ever experienced anything outside of yourself? Have you? Have you seen anything of the outside? Have you heard anything outside? Have you touched anything outside? Have you smelled or tasted anything outside? All your experience of life has happened only within you. You do not know anything about the outside. So you do not know whether it's up or down. You know this much, that this piece of creation, because this is all that's in your experience. Nothing else is in your experience, please see. I touch this chair, I have a sensation not of the chair, the way my hand responds to it, isn't it? Yes or no? So my whole experience is just within this. The only thing that you have experienced is yourself and nothing else but yourself. Rest you're just imagining. So they told you the existence is all Maya. They did not tell you it does not exist. They only told you it is not the way you think it is. The way you're experiencing it, the way you're assuming it is illusory. This does not mean existence is illusory. The way you are seeing it is 100% illusory. This modern science is confirming beyond any doubt today. So if the very basis of your experience is within you, who should determine the nature of your experience? Yourself. If you determine the nature of your experience, would you choose ecstatic way of living or miserable ways of living? So, the only reason life is happening the way it's happening is not because of something, because the most significant aspect of life, which is yourself, you have not taken charge of it. Everything is happening accidentally, that's why it is the way it is. Now, this science of exploring the interiority, this tremendous possibility of creating a technology to handle the interiority is what is referred to as a spiritual process.